I woke up this morning very ecstatic. Before we even get to that, I actually woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, which I don't usually wake up at 1 a.m. But let me tell you what happened. I woke up at 1 a.m. My tummy was hurting a little bit, and I looked on my Discord and I saw a new message in the Grand Summoners news section. I looked at it. It didn't hit. And then I played some other games. I've been really bored. Don't judge me, but I have been playing Skylanders, Ring of Heroes. We're not going to talk about how down bad I really am, because I mean, GS ain't giving me no new content. I've did everything in Dissidia. You expect me to actually go farm Fate? I played those games for a while, and then I finally went back to sleep. I woke up about like 6:30, made me some breakfast, and here we are, about an hour later at 7:30, and I looked at the Grand Summoners news section, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually a dev update. It wasn't by Eric, it was by a new person that I've never seen before, which is Kyoka. Let's see what Kyoka has to say for the entire Grand Summoners community. We have a lot to talk about today that gonna be pretty exciting. So without further ado, strap in, get your popcorn, let's have a discussion and talk about this. The message reads, happy 2021 everyone. Hi everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Kyoka, and I am one of the planners on the Grand Summoners global team. I just wanted to introduce myself to everyone, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys around. Apologies for the late Happy New Year's, but I hope everyone has been having a good time with the ReZero crossover. As for upcoming content, we'll be adding Elemental Ruins 9th floor soon, so make sure you check it out. Also coming back is a revival of Cross the Blaze, which will be available for an extended period of time, so make sure to check it out if you haven't had a chance to play it yet. We still have tons of great content working on adding to the game, look forward to it. Finally, we've been starting to awaken units from the end of January. Try to figure out who will be first awakened. Until next time, Kyoka. So there's a few things that I want to say about this. For when we're getting the new floor to Elemental Ruins, really nice. Next is we're having the revival across the Blaze, which could mean that the banners are returning. Because this is a revival, this means that it's reruns, not new stuff, from what I understand. It might be something new as well, along with the revival. So we could see a Sistina banner again, or even a Lisa banner, or just a banner with both of them on it possibly. I'm not for sure. You know, don't get your hopes up too high, y'all. Slow down. And then Kyoka finally confirms here, they will be starting to awaken units at the end of January. If you guys don't know, this has been a common thing in the Grand Summoners community. We meme it all the time, we talk about it, we trash it all the time, and it's the lack of them awakening the global units that need to be awakened. Like for example, Zar. I don't think Favela got her awakening yet. I think Leon has one. You know, the list goes on and on with like the base 5 stars that still need to be awoken on the global side, because a lot of them are already awakened on the Japanese side. So it looks like they're finally gonna start doing that at the end of January, which is really nice. The other thing I want to know is it possible that we get global first awakening for some units? Because there is some 5 stars that I think even JP doesn't have awoken yet. Maybe I'm getting my hopes up too high, but it could be possible if they are, you know, actually trying to focus and push those other units to be awakened. This is content. Finally, I've been playing Skylanders, Ring of Heroes. This isn't sponsored, by the way. Like, legitimately, I've been bored. This is how bored OP gets. But there's another thing that I do want to talk about. This isn't all the news that came out. I'm actually glad this came out, because I was just gonna make a video talking about this topic and only this, but I do want to do a little bit of a celebration to an extent, you know, a little bit of a toast. Is a very big thing considering what happened recently in the Grand Summoners team. As you guys know, GS has not been the greatest as of late in terms of content, in terms of income, in terms of revenue, all that kind of stuff. You know, it really hasn't been doing as good as it used to. You know, we're not gonna get to the reasons why, but if we actually go look at Grand Summoners on Sensor Tower, which updates every single month, you can see that Google Play made 700k last month, which is actually pretty freaking good compared to recent times. Which, if we think about what happened in December, we had a lot of stuff happen. We had the All-Star banner show up, we had ReZero show up, you know, tons of different stuff, Dream Summons as well. So it makes sense that they did see a very big influx of revenue, and they also saw a really big influx of downloads. As you can see here on the Android side alone, 60,000. That is pretty solid. We have 20k downloads, 500k revenue. This is actually pretty nice. GS is actually making, of course we don't know how much, you know, their expenses and stuff are, but if we factor in both the revenues, we have 700k from the Android side, 500k from the Apple side, we combine both those, ladies and gentlemen, they made $1.2 million last month, which is pretty big numbers. You know, the last time that I've seen GS push those kind of numbers, it was during the Yu Hakusho collab. So what does this mean? It means that the game isn't dying anytime soon. People who said it was dying, because as soon as they release something high, it's like everybody forgets all their troubles that they had with the game. Seems to be a common occurrence in the gacha community though, but I'm glad to see that they still have it in them. They still have it in them that they can make the big bucks, or the big bucks at least for Grand Summoners. For other games, this is nothing. Holy shit. So what does this mean for us? Absolutely nothing, to be honest. The only thing this really means is that they notice probably that they sell a lot more and gain a lot more money whenever they do new packs, especially Dream Summon stuff. That could maybe have an effect on what's coming out in the future. But hey man, it's been your boy OP. I'm glad there's finally content coming to the game, you know what I mean? Because your boy's been pretty bored. I've been in the works, like working on a bunch of different stuff that requires a little bit more editing than these videos. Like for example, you guys saw the first project that I did, which was the most anticipated gacha games. You guys have not seen that yet. I recommend you guys go watch it. It was a really good video. A lot of people enjoyed it. Feedback was insane on it. I'm glad that a lot of you guys really like that style of editing, really like the script that I wrote for it and all that. I'm glad because yeah, that video was probably one of the longest videos I've ever done in terms of production, recording wise, editing, all that. It was like a day and a half, maybe even 2 days for me to get everything going for that video. So I'm glad that a lot of you guys really enjoyed it, and I'll be making more of those very soon. Thank you all for coming out. This has been your boy Peter. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, man, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.